Hello everyone, my name is Bradley. I have Brad Taste in Music, and I have a theory about this new Drake album titled Scorpion. I believe that the only reason why his face is on the cover is so that when people run across this album and they see his face on it, they know it's a Drake album, so they know to purchase it. The same reason why, of course, there's 25 tracks and it's an hour and 30 minutes. No, it does not need to be that long. Now, of course, Drake, he's come out with a lot of albums. He's one of the most popular artists of all time right now. I mean, Jesus Christ. But however, his latest work has definitely fallen off. After, really, if you're reading this, is too late, he released that thing with Future, and then he released Views, and then More Life, and all of those are just such mediocre projects beyond comprehension. So now we got this album, which is a double album, which hopefully is him finally reforming, coming back to form, and making some interesting music. Now, do I expect that to happen? No, not even close. Not even a little bit. In fact, I expect this album to be super mediocre, which is why this is going to be a two-part reaction. I'm going to be reacting to disc 1 today, disc 2 another day, but I'm going to be giving everything individual ratings, and it's going to be running like that. If I give it the golden dab, the golden cringy dab, that means the song is flames. It means it's good. It means it's really good. Coldest shrug, that means the song, eh. And if I give it this, the Eminem album cover of Revival, that means your song sucks badly. Of course, ratings are all relative. Everything's going to be figured out in the end, but maybe Drake will pull through. You could always hope for the man. We're about to dive headfirst into this new Drake album. Don't expect too many words coming out of my mouth if there isn't a lot to say. Song number 1, Survival. Alright.
Yeah, who do you really love? Well, that's sure to be in question. My Mount Rushmore is me with 4 different expressions. Who's giving out this much run, man? How's that even a question? I don't get the credit. Seen this movie 100 times, I know where it's headed. Realize someone gotta die when no one is dead it. Niggas gambling with their life at some content. That's the type of lottery that you get for champion. I am a kid with a crop nigga. Niggas pop Molly. My Molly's pop niggas.
Nice low lo-fi beat. The song is an intro song for the album. Definitely very underwhelming. The beat was cool. Drake's delivery was the standard monotone inflection. Overall, it's a mediocre cut. I mean, he didn't really wow me. I think that, however, lyrically, it's impressive how he put some things together, but there's also quite a few lows. The song seems to be about his survival in the rap game. Overall, I'm gonna give it the shrug. Look, it's a reasonable song. It's listenable. It just didn't really explore anything beyond that for me. It didn't really have a lot of purpose besides explaining the whole album and what we're about to get into. So it's not bad. It just didn't really wow me. Next song, Nonstop. This beat sounds cheap.
I just flip the switch. Flip. I don't know nobody else that's doing this. Body start to drop.
This song is mediocre as hell.
Catch me cause I'm gone. Out of down. I go from 6 to 23 like, hey, I'm a bar spitter. I'm a hard hitter. Yeah, I'm light skinned, but I'm still a dark nigga. I'm a wig splitter.
Wow! Look, this rhyming is so boring. Holy crap. Oh my god, why? It's so lazy.
Rolling not a stop. Watch shit don't never stop.
I'm not turning up to this beat. It's so boring.
Stand it for me like I went blind, dog. You gotta hand it to me. Gotta do me. Play, then I play again.
So you're telling me that out of these 25 tracks, you couldn't look at this one that you put as the second track on the album and say, yeah, I could put this on chopping block. Yeah, I don't need this song. It's 4 minutes and it's terrible. It's useless. This might as well be the Eminem album because god damn, this thing is starting off so poorly.
Damn. Yeah,
even Playboy Cardi's album is more interesting than this, which is saying not a lot because that album actually is really good. It's good because of the beats actually turning into complete psychedelia. This is just like complete snore fest. What the hell is going on? Like, why? Why is this a song on here? It's really bad. And yeah, that's definitely an Eminem album cover. It's a waste of a track. It really is. It's so boring. The rhymes are weak. I just don't care about what he's saying. I don't get it. You can make flexing interesting. He just doesn't. He has some awful lines on here. Yes, next song, Elevate. Maybe this will be better.
Elevate, elevate. Only obligation is to tell it straight. Yeah.
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 If you need me,
Holy sh**. I'm tired as hell already. I won't just say negative things. I will say I do like the melody that he creates with his voice. The fact that he is doing this sing rapping. It does create a nice sounding experience, if anything. Even if it isn't the most interesting lyrically at the moment, it is something that sounds pleasant to the ears. So I can appreciate that.
I want to thank God for working way harder than Satan. He's playing favorites.
See, that was a good line, actually. So, thanking God for working harder than Satan, saying, first of all, thank God. Like kind of that working, but also the fact that there's been more good than bad in his life. He's sort of blaming it on a higher entity, but, you know, it's still an interesting line. There's still more lines that are interesting like that. Okay, that song, you know, nah, not feeling it. Look, it was better than the last one, but it's still super boring. I'm going to just give that to shrug and move on. It's another flexing or saying, thank God we made it, you know, we're looking back on life. This album so far just sort of seems like a celebration of success. And almost like a victory lap in a sense. I wouldn't be surprised if he retired after this full of filler album. Yeah, shrug. Next song, Emotionless. Your album's not interesting enough to pull me through this intro, man.
Don't hit me when you hear this and tell me your favorite song. Don't tell me how you knew it would be like this all along. I know
That's a love song, really?
Even when they rehearse.
Working in the land of the freedom, home of the brave.
It just seems like he's telling a story that I just don't care about. Started off with a love song, now he's just talking about more coming up, starting from the bottom. Now he's here. Standard, I guess. It's really just flat to me. It doesn't do anything.
Leaving me to ask, is there anybody like me?
I could just skip all this filler, honestly. I could probably put this all in one video if I just skipped all the filler. That chorus lasts so damn long. This song did not need to be 5 minutes. I'm going to skip the second verse. I just do not care. It's already bored me. I'm not going to waste another 3 minutes of my life on this song. It is a massive shrug to the highest level. It is as inoffensive as possible. Just so boring. Next song, God's Plan. Heard this song, obviously, but you know, context to the album. It's all about relativity and context, so let's see how this falls in between everything.
I like it when you loving on me.
Yeah, that song's still good. Look, I actually enjoy God's Plan. Surprisingly, this single is probably the most exciting or interesting song so far on here, despite having no lyrical whatever. It's because the melody is actually fantastic, and that's something that the rest of these songs really miss. Is Emotionless is right, because there was no emotion put into any of this music. Holy crap. This is the only song that actually has melody, which I really like. I like the fact that it's sung rap and it's very melodic. Like, that is really well put together. I'd say the beat's really cool. It's really catchy. Plus, the sub bass sounds great. It's probably, yeah, it's the only track here I'd say so far is actually in the green so far, because everything's been so bland and so pointless. Yeah, it's actually gonna get golden dab. I apologize for that. I'm part of the reason why the dab is dead. Next song, I'm Upset. Can say that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50,000 on my head is disrespect.
Hey.
I'ma always take the money over sex.
What?
That's why they need me. Can't go 50-50 with no hope. Every month, people love to pop a lot of shit and come around.
I say the only good thing about this song is the chorus. The chorus really pops out, and I do like it. It does remind me of that Playboy Cardi album and just the psychedelia that it displays with this beat, especially the light little piano, electric piano keys. Put behind this heavy set bass that even sounds like it has a bit of delay. Yeah, not terrible, but definitely the verses are horrible. It's a lot of blank space, and a lot of nothing between everything, and it's like a big waste of my time. So it's kind of frustrating. I really wouldn't come back to this song.
This is real life. Niggas think we playing chess.
I do like that line because I play
So
chess.
what's next?
Not a bad verse. I mean, I hate the way that it's formatted, but it sounds like lyrically it's alright. That song, actually, I know a lot of people hate that song. I think that was another single. Surprisingly, that's more in the green than most of these other songs, which is kind of not saying much. It's reasonable, I'd say. It's not that bad. Definitely is not something I'd come back to. It is still very bland, very dry, but I'd still say it's closer to the green than most of these other songs. It's a more positive shrug than usual. Next song, 8 out of 10. Drake is a one-note rapper, so the fact that the production's as one-note as he is really drags this project to the ground, like seriously. I wish that there was at least a little bit of color here, but even the album cover pretty much represents the whole album. There's not a drop of color or life in this entire thing.
Kiss my son on the forehead and kiss your ass goodbye. As luck would have it, I can't argue with you. No. You.
Why? Song is 40 seconds left. Are you serious? Look, why is this album wasting so much of my time? When the bait ain't to give something, the negative, the shrug, or the dab, I take a look at it, my enjoyment towards the song. Did I enjoy the song? In the end, not really. Nah. A couple of highlights, but overall it's such a drag in this outro. That yawn is because I'm bored. Is miserable. It's miserable to say the least. Yeah, it's getting the shrug. Wow, this is drained the life out of me. Next song, Mob Ties. Oh, really?
Hey, sick of these niggas. Sick of these niggas. Hire some help. Get rid of these niggas. Sick of this shit.
Like, I can't even appreciate the cool little kick drum thing that they did there because it just doesn't sound good. Like, I'd rather have a traditional beat than whatever the hell he's trying to do, because the fact of the matter is he's not interesting enough to really carry through something like this, where it just still sounds so dark in one note.
Louis bags in exchange for body bags, yeah. Sick of these niggas.
Oh god, you can't play tough, Drake. You got your ass handed to you.
I fought with a mob and I got tired. Knock you off to pay their tithes. They only gone but don't know why.
Finally, some melody. Here we go. A little color. I finally caught some color. Good.
Hey, down now. Your bitch in the spot.
I like that.
And it shook.
Even with that weird like auto-tune thing, that sounded great.
Yes, I be with Future, but I like to reminisce. I do not
Nice.
thing I'm patient, it's a gift.
I hang out with Future, but I like to reminisce. I actually like that line a lot, mostly not only because that's cool wordplay, but because all he's done this entire album is reminisce. And I think that actually it's pretty truthful, and it doesn't just seem like a filler line. It actually is a really clever line. Yes, that song was actually enjoyable, and I did enjoy it. Not bad, you know, not bad. Actually, Mob Ties is getting the golden dash. Actually, not a bad song. I'm kind of happy that it finally gave me something a little fresh, a little new. Something with actual melody, something with some singing, something that didn't bore me to tears. Not bad at all. Lyrically, it's definitely way tighter than some of the other tracks on here, so yeah, I mean, I'd say that's definitely one of the better songs. Next song, Can't Take a Joke. I don't know why this one works, but the rest don't. This beat works really well.
Uber X to Hidden Hills, give me something I can feel. If they come to Hidden Hills, then I know they know the deal. We just right there up the road, you can hit it with a stone.
There's more color, there it is. Oh my god, this works. It doesn't waste time. That's what this song is. It starts immediately and it seems like you're just jumping right into the action. It doesn't bore you or drag on. Like it actually is like a solid ass track. What's this break? Why is there nothing here? Why? It's the middle of the song. In fact, that song entirely was really well put together. I will say, for once, it seems like that was an actual song. In fact, most of these songs don't even feel like songs. They just feel like monotone monologues. They're absolutely a snore fest. Here, it actually sounded reasonable. I'd come back to that song, definitely. So, you know, he's pulling through on the second half of this first disc. Absolutely. that will get the golden dab. I did appreciate really a lot of that song. I did think that it sounded sweet, and it's really kind of brought me back into this album and gets me excited for what I hear next, because if I get more songs like that, then I'm absolutely going to want to keep listening. So yes, not a bad song at all. Lyrics, I don't care. Next song, Sandra's Rose. Alright, so it's testing on the samples here, I guess.
My mother had a flower shop, but I was Sandra's Rose. Two girls, I make them
really?
On a swivel, I can shoot, but I can never dribble.
Look, I'm gonna be fair here. I don't really care too much about Drake's backstory. I'm gonna be honest. Like, most of these songs that go back into this, I mean, I just don't care. He doesn't come off as a big-ass tough guy, especially with what just happened with him with Pusha T. I mean, the reality is I just don't really feel invested in the song. And because of that, I just can't really enjoy it. And I don't really care too much about his personal life, especially from what he's given me so far with this album. To where if he's just going to give me this reasonable sampled beat, and just like bars that just feel completely void of any excitement, any life, like they might as well just be spoken word. I just don't really care for this song. I mean, hell, this album's way too damn long for me to sit around and get bored by songs like this. So, yes, it's sweet, it's dedication to his mother, you know, it's cool and all, but it's still filler. It doesn't stop it from being. That's absolutely getting colorless shrug. Next song, Talk Up, featuring Jay-Z. Blow up. Come on, explode. This is a really bad mix. Holy shit, Drake. You screwed up.
They gotta run me the max. They gotta run me the max. My money is young, my problems are old. I promise I'm bridging the gap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get close enough, the house smell like a kilo still. First album 26, I ain't need no deal. Already a hood legend, I ain't need no shine. First rollie flooded out, I ain't see no time.
Standard Jay-Z flexing, okay. Literally as standard as you get with Jay-Z. Like this is him calling in and basically giving a verse over the phone. It might as well be.
Y'all kill X, let's him and live. Streets is done.
Was this recorded yesterday? This recorded yesterday. How much time did they take for this album to where they literally have an XXXTentacion reference like a week after something happens? How lazy is this freaking album? Jesus Christ. This is so bad. It's trying to sell units. And it hurts because Drake is capable of so much more. But that was such a disappointment of a banger. It didn't bang at all. It was so flat. Like, seriously, I feel like the disappointment in itself was worse than the actual song. Because I just expected so much more from Jay-Z and Drake to actually come together, but the mixing was awful. Drake's verse was so flat. I can't give that song the worst, though, because it still had some things that I'd prefer other songs had. In fact, I'd say it's still a shrug, sadly. But that's all relative, because the shrug has lost value in this album. That's how bored I've become. There's only one more song of this one, and I'm ending this part 1 because Jesus Christ. Track 12, Is There More? You tell me, is there more? Because there seems to be 13 more tracks. At least an interesting beat. Okay, cool. It's not going to ever change or move.
Only begging that I do is me begging your pardon.
Wow.
Only problems I do are mad problems with profit. Only line I do is line.
Song, theme, obvious. Is there more? Shrug, but still better than the rest because, you know, beat. Overall, this album's super mediocre. Like, beyond comprehension. Like, I'm going to just rate this first disc. Look, let me say right here, if this was the album, I would be so disappointed. Like I wish there was actually, like, great songs on here. There's good songs, there's nothing great. There is nothing that he sat down for more than, like, a couple hours, maybe a day, just wrote down whatever the hell was on his mind. He was just like, alright, record that. Alright, cool, that's all we need. Just send it over to the professionals. Like, it just, there was no real desire to make great music put into this album. And as a result, he made something mediocre that's going to make a lot of money. So congratulations, but that's really all I can say about this. Mediocre, makes money, 5++. That's for disc 1. Really upset with how this came out. I expected way more from Drake. Wow. That was sad. My name is Bradley. I have a bad taste in music. If you like what I do here, make sure you subscribe, hit like and notifications, and check out my Patreon. Gonna do more stuff on my Patreon in the future. Also check out my t-shirt store. Yeah, and let me know what you want me to do next. Yeah, my name is Bradley. Peace out.